So now on to the review part of the video. And I broke this up into two videos just because my phone will only record a certain amount of time at once. And so, M4 has been the most incredible thing ever for me. But it has been a little bit of a roller coaster, I have to be honest. The first week was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The most amazing transformation ever. And I could not believe what was actually happening. Dr. Tom will explain kind of my history and all of that and what I came to him presenting with, and I will send him, I'm emailing him my notes from that first week, because I did daily notes as far as exactly what was going on with me. And what happened was every single day something different would improve dramatically. My Percocet usage went down through that first week from 6 to 1 a day, 6 a day to 1 a day, without going through withdrawal, by the way, which, I mean, I've been on upwards of 6 Percocet a day for quite a number of years. And so that was completely shocking to me that I could reduce my number so quickly without having any withdrawal symptoms. Occasionally I'd feel a little bit of an anxiety thing happening, and that would be the most of any, withdrawal sort of feeling that I would have. I was a little bit sweatier at night, I would say. Maybe that could be considered a little bit of a withdrawal symptom. But I mean, from going that drastically over a week, it's, minimal at best. I had leg swelling from my knee down that was practically gone on day 2, I believe it was. As I said, I'll send the notes. But that first week was unreal. So much improved. The biggest improvement by far was my energy. I felt like a completely different person. I went from living 75 to 80% of my life on the couch to 10 to 20% of my life on the couch. Maybe. I was up and moving most of the day, I would say. Really, not jumping around, running marathons, but yeah, I was up and active, where was before I was not. I mean, I always described the way I would feel on a daily basis as if I was walking through mud. Everything seemed so much more difficult than the normal person would have to, kind of deal with. Taking a shower, for example, took planning. Let's say if I actually wanted to go out and do something, if I had an event to go to, if I wanted to go to dinner with, my husband's business people or whatever, I would have to plan 2 hours in advance, because I would have to, get up the energy to actually then get, in the shower, take my shower, get out of the shower, and then lay down to rest for 45 minutes before I would be able to get up, do half my makeup, sit down and rest for a little bit, get up, do the rest of half my makeup, sit down to rest. Could never blow my own hair out. I have very curly hair. I get blowouts because it's impossible for me to actually hold my arm up long enough to do that. So luckily there's a service that comes to your house to do this. And I've learned to throw money at certain problems. And that's one of them. So, but I mean, being able to say, hey, not to get too personal, I showered and shaved and washed my own hair, and I didn't have to lay down afterwards. And I got up and went out for the rest of the day. It's like a miracle. And that sounds so stupid to the average person, but that's unbelievable for me. That just doesn't happen. So that was just, the energy level alone was just night and day. Completely, just huge change within that first week. I would say right after, and it's every single day that first week, there was very significant change. After the first week, I would say it probably leveled off quite a bit. I'd say that, I improved over the first week, right around that 7-day mark. That was not my maximum of improvement, but pretty much. That was as good as I was getting for a while. And I stayed that kind of steady at that level for quite a while. And And then I had a setback because I had a migraine. I had two migraines actually back to back, pretty close together. And they really kind of kicked me in the butt. And from there, because of the migraines, I had to go back up on the Percocet because I was just in agony for a few days there. And because I did that, then trying to lower myself back down, for some reason, I expected then, okay, migraine's over. I'm out of that. Now I'm going to be fine again. Boom, I'm going to come right back off the Percocet. It didn't happen so easily. And so that was a very difficult thing to get back out of my system. I didn't feel as good as I did, that first week. So that's when I say roller coaster, that's what I mean by roller coaster on the M4. It wasn't working as effectively as it was before I had the migraines, the week and a half of migraines. And so I had done a bit of that muscle testing on myself, sort of as Dr. Tom had done with me in the office, where you close your eyes and I, hold it and do the balance testing and that sort of thing, and kind of, I hate to say this, almost self-diagnosed myself to say, okay, well, wait, let me see if trying this different strength of it will make a difference. And that did. And then I went to the stock version because before it had been the diluted version. And going to the stock version then was great again. Right back to that first week of energy, and everything was perfect again and awesome and felt great. Past 2 weeks have been very difficult.